The Sorceress along with the Barbarian are the only characters in the game capable of reaching the incredible 200 faster cast rate breakpoint. To fully capitalize it on it though, it's crucial that you are using the right skills. Any skill with a cooldown severely limits the potential of such a build, since you simply can't take advantage of the non-stop casting speed. A Fire Sorceress using Fireball as her main attack is one of the best ways to make full use of this breakpoint. Fireball has no cooldown, its damage scales extremely well, and when you combine that with 200 faster cast rate, the damage output can skyrocket. In this guide we'll be building a damage focused Fire Sorceress that also includes a few key safety layers to keep the gameplay smooth and consistent. On top of that, playing at 200 faster cast rate is simply fun. Your teleport becomes insanely fast, letting you cross distances at light speed. There are no unusual mechanics or gimmicks to worry about with this setup, so let's jump straight into the guide and start with the skill tree from scratch together. Before jumping into the main fire tree, we need to pick up a few essential skills from the lightning tree. Teleport is absolutely non-negotiable and needs no further explanation, it's the core movement skill of the Sorceress. Static Field however deserves special mention, it's incredibly useful not only for boss fights but also for dealing with fire immunes, since it can quickly cut their health in half. With the bonus levels from your gear, Static Field becomes even more effective and can play an important role in your general farming routine. On higher player settings, it can rapidly reduce the health of every monster on the screen before you even begin casting fire spells. Use your judgment to decide when opening a fight with Static Field is more efficient than simply spamming Fireball non-stop. Moving to the fire tree, Fireball is our main skill, so it must be maxed along with its synergies, Firebolt and Meteor. Needless to say, Fire Mastery significantly boosts all of your fire damage, so it should be maxed as well. A single point in Warmth is excellent for helping with mana issues. This build casts at extreme speeds and your mana will drop quickly. With plus skills from gear, 1 point is usually enough to sustain some mana. 1 point in a chant is a great utility pick for boosting your Mercenary's attack rating. Hitting consistently is important for him to life leech and survive. From the cold tree, we only need to choose one of the armor skills. Shiver Armor has always been the better choice, but with the changes in D2R, Chilling Armor offers now the highest defense. Considering that we will be using an Act 2 Holy Freeze Mercenary, the cold effect of the armors are not a top priority, but the defense is, so my personal choice lies with Chilling Armor. With the remaining points, we have 3 realistic places to invest. Warmth, more points mean more mana regeneration, but 1 point plus gear may cover you. Static Field, increasing the radius is extremely convenient, though again 1 point plus gear may cover your needs. And Chilling Armor, extra points here increase your defense and survivability. It all comes down to personal preference, but personally I value the additional protection more, so I tend to invest the leftovers into Chilling Armor. Regarding the stats, we only need 156 strength for the Spirit Shield, but before assigning any points, remember to account the stats provided by Torch and Danny. Once you assign the necessary stats in strength, you can allocate all the remaining points into Vitality. Moving to the gear, for this build our goal is a high damage Fire Sorceress using the full 200 faster cast rate breakpoint, which is not an easy task and it forces very specific gear choices. Almost every slot must contribute to faster cast rate, with boots being the only flexible exception. For the weapon, a Shoot as Temper provides a huge 40% faster cast rate, which we absolutely need. In addition, it grants perfect bonuses to increase our damage, making it perfectly aligned with our goal of maximizing fire output. The neat part is that we can socket it with a perfect fire facet. The bonus fire damage stacks nicely, but the real power comes from reducing enemy resistances. For the shield, Spirit is the only choice here. We need the 35% faster cast rate roll, which is the max possible on a shield. Beyond the casting speed, Spirit offers an incredible set of stats for casters. +2 to all skills, huge faster hit recovery, a large mana and life boost. Excellent value for how inexpensive it is. Simply put, Spirit is unmatched and irreplaceable for this setup. For armor, Skin of the Viper Magi is once again the only choice for the faster cast rate as it provides 30%, the highest available on armor. The +1 to all skills and excellent resistances are a huge bonus. Even better, it's another piece that we can socket it with a perfect fire facet to further boost our damage. The helm is one of the most difficult guild pieces to obtain, and circlets are the only helms that can offer faster cast rate. Griffon's Eye can cover you nicely until you can find an upgrade. For this build I am using a +2 to sorcery skill levels with 20% faster cast rate and 2 available sockets, which make most of the difference. The best helm would be a +3 to fire skills, 20% faster cast rate and 2 sockets, but we need to compromise with whatever we can find. Arachnid Mess is the clear best in slot choice as it provides another 20% faster cast rate and nothing better exists in the belt slot. Mage Fist is an excellent choice for gloves and one of the very few items in the game that can directly boost skill damage. They provide 20% faster cast rate and +1 to fire skills, making them the best fit. For the rings, we need both with 10% faster cast rate, paired with useful secondary stats such as resistances, mana and life. The amulet is another hard piece to obtain. To achieve 200 faster cast rate, it must provide at least 15% faster cast rate, which is only possible on crafted amulets. The minimum we are aiming for is +2 to sorceress skills and 15% faster cast rate, with any additional attributes being valuable bonuses. Boots are the only gear slot that cannot provide faster cast rate, so they are used to cover the build's remaining needs. Look for rare boots with strong resistances. For weapon swap, the classic Call to Arms plus Spirit setup is extremely important for a sorceress. This character is naturally fragile and burns through mana quickly, so Call to Arms becomes almost mandatory to smooth out gameplay. Use battle orders consistently and avoid teleporting into monster packs even with Call to Arms active. It's still a dangerous habit. In the inventory, make sure to include both a torch and a nanny. Fill the rest of the grand charm slots with fire skillers and use small charms to fix whatever character is lacking, ideally resistances or life. While fire immunes dominate in the game, for this build I personally avoid using a Thunder Charm, as I find it pointless to farm areas with fire immunes. It's better to focus on areas where there are no natural fire immunities, allowing the build to perform at its maximum potential. Needless to say, any breakable fire immunity from Infinity will still be dealt quickly with our setup. Moving on to the Mercenary, the Sorceress needs safety, so an Act 2 Holy Freeze Mercenary provides invaluable protection and crowd control. Needless to say, your Mercenary must be equipped with Infinity, as the Conviction Aura dramatically boosts your fire damage and helps break fire immunities, especially when combined with the fire facets already socketed in your gear. This synergy allows you to handle breakable fire immunes even at higher player settings without relying on a Thunder Charm. The Mercenary's primary role is to function as a sturdy front line, absorbing hits while you obliterate everything from a safe distance. For this reason, Shafttop paired with a Vampire Gaze works perfectly, providing high damage reduction, solid survivability and enough durability to keep him standing in tough encounters. Our final setup delivers massive fire damage at the highest possible cast speed, which is further amplified by fire facets and the Conviction Aura from Infinity. With maxed resistances, 60% faster hit recovery, a solid life pool, and the crowd control from our Mercenary's Holy Freeze Aura, we can keep a safe distance while unleashing devastating power. Chilling Armor pushes our defense to over 6000, which is exceptional for a sorceress. For that reason, don't forget to upgrade your gear whenever possible to further increase your defense values. All that remains is to see how the character performs in practice and explore the areas she can farm efficiently. The caves in Act 5, especially the new level 85 zones, are excellent, fresh and interesting locations for high-end farming. Players 1 is trivial, so we will directly demonstrate at Players 8.
Overburdened.
Souls are the worst, but it's a good way to demonstrate that a fragile character such as the Sorceress can handle it. While running at 105% faster cast rate will still make your Sorceress extremely powerful, with room for more flexible gearing, pushing for the 200 transforms the character into something entirely different. faster, sharper, and undeniably more fun. Once you settle into your preferred farming areas, the increase in clear speed and overall efficiency becomes immediately noticeable. Building a 200% faster cast rate sorceress does limit your gear choices, as nearly every slot must contribute to reaching the final breakpoint, but this restriction does not hinder the build's performance in the slightest. In fact, the required items synergize extremely well, resulting in a character that is not only highly efficient, but also incredibly satisfying to play.